Hi, my name is Diondra Filicetti, and I am a communication and employee engagement professional. I'm a two-time TEDx speaker and also the author of the book, Engagement Economics. Today, I'm here to share with you 5 essential techniques for becoming an effective communicator. Let's begin with number 1, become a better listener. And this does not mean just pausing and patiently waiting for people to finish speaking. It's also not mirroring back to them what they say so that you can mimic understanding. It means becoming effective at reading between the lines and figuring out how people are feeling when they're speaking. So that means noticing when a topic seems to upset them. It means noticing when they're excited about a topic so that you can respond in a way that makes them feel heard and seen. Number 2 is involve your audience. One-way communication is a lecture. And I've never met a single person who enjoys lectures. What we actually enjoy are interactive experiences where we feel involved. As a speaker or communicator, that means asking your audience's opinion and involving them in the discussion, making sure that their ideas and contributions are a part of that conversation. So on stage, I'll often ask questions and then respond to the unique answers or reactions that I get from the audience. And this small interaction draws them into the conversation and they pay more attention and therefore get more meaning from the communication. Number 3 is manage your emotions. It's recognizing when you've reached a point in the conversation where your emotions start to shift your priorities or your reactions. For example, instead of trying to solve the problem that you're here to solve, the conversation starts getting derailed into maybe you're defending yourself because they've said something that's triggering to you. Or maybe you go on the offense and start attacking the other person by pointing out their flaws or their mistakes in the situation. In those moments, pausing or refocusing on the purpose of the discussion and then responding more intentionally to keep the conversation constructive is difficult, extremely difficult, but it's the cornerstone of effective communication. And so in these moments of high emotional intensity, some of the phrases that you can use to help keep you on track are, I hear you, and I want to make sure that I'm understanding you correctly before I respond. Or, I think we both want the same outcome here, so let's focus on that. Or, let me take a step back for a second. Or even, I can tell this is hitting a nerve for both of us, and so that tells me that it really matters. So let's work through it. Number 4 is stop trying to win. Have you ever heard the phrase, you can be right or you can be an effective communicator? People should walk away from a conversation with you thinking that it was a positive experience. And if a conversation has a winner and a loser, that means the communication was not effective. If there's a winner and a loser, that means that one person was domineering and the other person likely felt unheard or undervalued. Communication is effective when both parties feel heard and understood and they leave with a sense of clarity about the expectations, the decisions, and what needs to happen moving forward. And that brings me to number 5. Share more. I think this is a really overlooked part of effective communication. Sharing more about your lessons, failures, passions, ideas. This creates opportunities for connection by creating relatability. For example, in keynote speaking particularly, instead of just listing facts, listing lessons, or listing principles for your audience, what I'll do is often share the story about how I learned that particular lesson or principle. And sometimes those stories can be very personal. I've noticed that the more personal the story is, the greater the opportunity for a deeper connection. In one keynote in particular, I talked about my experience in the doctor's office trying to explain my medical symptoms. And I talked about the experience of feeling dismissed and unheard by the doctor. Turns out that most of the audience had a similar experience. And then they were raising their hands ready to share that story as well. So whether you're on stage or in a one-to-one conversation, sharing more encourages the other person to do the same. And that results in more relatedness and it results in deeper or more meaningful conversations. So those are my 5 things. I hope that you find them helpful and I thank you so much for watching.